Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a blessed day. We had amazing rain came down last night, and the ground and the earth is just saying thank you. Thank you. Look at the sun beams in. Yes. The robins are happy. It's just a glorious morning. So our gardens are like, yay! And there was even like some lightning and some thunder. It was great. So today we feel refreshed and nurtured, and yes, so let's take a minute for ourselves and go ahead and let's get grounded and take some deep cleansing breaths. Soak in the sunlight if it's shining on you. If not, picture it shining on you because it is. All right, so take some deep breaths. Recognize the signs. Sometimes the universe gives us warnings. I was driving down a local highway in New Mexico, a safe distance behind the car in front of me. Suddenly, the driver slammed on his brakes to avoid a huge puddle, a flood of water in front of him. I stopped short, but the car behind me was following too closely and rammed into the rear of my Jeep. I got out to inspect the damage. My car was fine. The woman who ran me had dented her bumper. No one was harmed. I got back into my Jeep, thinking it was over, but as I drove off, I began to wonder. Something about the incident still nagged me. Several weeks later, I was driving down a fast-moving two-lane highway. Behind me was a large truck loaded with cars. In front of me were several cars. In front of the cars was a school bus. The traffic was moving at least 55 miles an hour. Suddenly, I saw the brake lights from the cars ahead. The school bus had stopped to let a child disembark. I pulled to a stop behind the car in front of me, and then I remembered the lesson from the accident several weeks ago. Sometimes I can stop safely, but the driver behind me can't. I looked in my rearview mirror. The truck loaded with cars was frantically trying to stop. I pulled my car off the road onto the shoulder, giving him an extra car length. He screeched to a stop right behind the car ahead of me. Had I not noticed, not pulled out, we'd all been in a pile-up, and the children in the bus. Sometimes accidents happen without warning, but sometimes the universe gives us a nudge, a little sign. We don't have to become paranoid, but we don't have to overthink every event. But we can trust ourselves to recognize a sign when we see one. That story actually brings me thinking about the traffic in my brain as well. Right now there's a lot of people traveling and doing things, and I was going and there was a truck coming in the one lane towards me, and he was going to go straight, which that was a lane, but there was a lane that was a turn only lane. And there was a motorcycle coming, and he was in the turn only lane, so he would turn to the right, and I could pull out safely everything was happening as it was supposed to be. So as the truck went through straight, I would look to my right and I saw that nobody was coming. And then I looked to my left and saw the motorcycle was in the lane that he was supposed to turn without us even interacting. And there was room, but I pulled out, and thank God there was enough time, because he was not abiding by the things. He was cursing at me, and I'm like, you're in the lane that you're supposed to turn. And I was like, okay, God, thank you, thank you, thank you for keeping us safe. Lesson learned. Even if they're in whatever lane, I'm going to pay attention to that and not just assume that they know where they're going. And thank you for keeping us all safe. Well, a few days later in a different spot, there was lots of traffic. And you know, when you're sitting there and everybody's like, come on, when's this traffic gonna go? And there was a truck, and he turned on his blinker light like he was not going, like he was gonna be turning. And all of a sudden I'm like, wait, he doesn't look like he's slowing down, like he's turning. So luckily I did not pull out, because I would have pulled out in front of him and he probably would have hit me, because he wasn't going slow. And but he still had his blinker on. His blinker was on and he was on his phone. And I'm like, thank you, Lord. You were watching over me. Once again, I got it. Again, do not assume that if they have their blinker light on, or if they're in the lane that they're supposed to turn, wait till you find out what they're doing before you pull out. And I was like, got it. And I don't even live in a busy town, but it was just like duly noted. So watch those signs. Don't overthink everything, but just being aware of sometimes, like, oh, okay. And thanking God, the divine, the universe for watching over us, because, oh, there's those times that just make your heart jump. And so yeah, so just watch for those signs. And sometimes there's signs that don't even have anything to do with that kind of stuff. It's just a subtle sign, and you're like, oh, like an eagle soaring, or the sundogs, or a rainbow, or just different things that will spark up memories, spark up something just glorious, or just help you change your mood to go from maybe not feeling so happy in the morning to just having that glory and that joy in your heart. So watch for the signs, no matter what they are. So many blessings to you, sending you love, and I hope you have an amazing day.